Hello, this is Sarah Brush. Welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be my quick YouTube introductory video. Just gonna adjust here for a second about how Mike Solana was delusional on Bari Weiss's Substack about both Twitter and journalism. So I guess Mike Solana's a big tech guy. The head of like Founders Fund or something like that, a venture capitalist out in Silicon Valley. And after Jack Dorsey left as Twitter CEO, and after Twitter implemented this new policy banning private images and video of private citizen nobodies without their consent, which is very clearly meant to stop woke KK cancel culture, stop trial by Twitter without due process, so that what happened to me on Twitter, being repeatedly mobbed near to suicide by Twitter's blue checkmark public figures, never happens to another private citizen nobody ever again. So Mike Solana, he wrote a piece for Bari Weiss's Substack, and he was either drunk when he wrote it or he's just delusional. I don't know what rock Mike Solana has been living under for the past 3 or 4 years, but he said that this new policy of Twitter is the end of citizen journalism. Okay, so I don't know what Mike Solana thinks citizen journalism is, but there's no such thing as citizen journalism, okay? What is happening on Twitter and TikTok and Facebook and YouTube, all of them, all of the social media sites, is that you get a miscreant who wants to make Black trauma moral outrage industry money, and so she takes a TikTok video of her little old white lady busybody neighbor who doesn't like her Tigger flag. That's citizen journalism these days on Twitter. Everyone's either a Sean Kane style Twitter race hustler, or they're trying to be a Sean Kane style Twitter race hustler. And if Mike Solana thinks journalism, mainstream journalism is any better, he is delusional, okay? Everyone's a Sean Kane style Twitter race hustler now. Newsweek pretended that TikTok video that woman took of her little old white lady busybody neighbor was a legitimate news story. Newsweek pretended that was a legitimate news story. This is why we must revisit New York Times v. Sullivan, because right now the fake news press, they are free to wantonly destroy the lives and careers of private citizen nobodies with near impunity because of New York Times v. Sullivan. And it must be addressed, it must be revisited. And this is why Sarah Palin's defamation lawsuit against the New York Times is so important, even though Sarah Palin is in fact a public figure. And I just want Mike Solana to understand this, okay? Journalism is dead. Journalism is dead. Mainstream journalism is dead. There are no journalists anymore, and I'm just about to do a video about Jamel Bowie of the New York Times, and he is a Sean Kane style Twitter race hustler now, and so is everyone else. Joy Reid of MSNBC, Don Lemon of CNN, everyone's a Sean Kane style Twitter race hustler now. And whatever Mike Solana thought citizen journalism was, it never existed. Okay? And I know because my life was destroyed and I almost died. And I'm still being incessantly mobbed near to suicide on Twitter today, despite this new policy, which is clearly meant to make sure that what was done to me on Twitter never happens to anyone else ever again. Okay, I love you all so much. I'm going to stop there. I will have all of my fundraising links below. Please support me so we can make sure that no one else is driven to suicide via trial by Twitter without due process ever again. I love you all so much. Thank you for your support. Have a great night. Bye.